Has the U.S. government been trying to make you dumb, stupid, tired, and slow for the past 30 years? If you care about your health or the health of those you love, then listen up, because we're going to be breaking down in this episode what RFK just did by flipping the food pyramid upside down, how it impacts you, how it impacts your family, and so much more. Make sure and hit subscribe. This is the Mike Harvey Show. Let's go. All right, what's up, California? I am in studio, privileged to be in studio, accompanied by my beautiful bride. Some might say she's just here for eye candy. I don't know.
Gosh.
But she's got the brains to go with it too.
Aww.
Beautiful on the inside and the outside.
Why? Thank you. My name is Ludavia, by the way, if you don't know.
My wife is the fitness buff.
Oh.
Soon to be fitness model
yeah,
in the family.
So earlier this month, our RFK just flipped the food pyramid. What? Really? Okay, so since 1992, it's been the traditional.
Grains.
So it was grains at the bottom. Then you have the fruit and veggies. Then you have a little tiny section of meat and cheeses and dairy. And then at the top, it says fats, oils, and sweets. So that's 1992. Then they tried to revamp it in 2011 with the My Plate, which they just, instead of the food pyramid, it was a plate showing the portions.
Didn't Michael have one of those? Our oldest Michael, with showing like what he should be eating on the plate.
Yeah, but it wasn't based on My Plate. It was kind of based on what it is right now.
Got it.
So My Plate was just a version of the food pyramid from 1992, just shaped as a plate.
So what you're telling me is, like, as much as I've been wanting to eat carnivore diet and keto and everything for so long, like, I was right.
Yes and no, because you still need a little bit of just not just meat and cheese.
Well, I like just the meat and cheese and the fats.
It's so good.
Just give me a good ribeye and we'll call it good.
Yeah. Well, the body is a wonderful thing. It needs a lot of nutrients, and we need to get it from as much as whole foods, raw foods that we possibly can get to nourish our bodies and fuel it for all the tasks that we need to get done.
Okay, so what does it look like now?
So right now it's flipped, y'all. It is flipped. It has meat and fats.
No, when you say fats, does that mean like eating Crisco?
No, like good fats. You want
what's good fats?
Like avocados,
butter.
As long as it's like the grass-fed butter,
ghee, right? Ghee is good.
Yeah, tallow. You got olive oil if you don't heat it up. Like you could probably.
What about so this is funny. Everybody. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without getting in trouble. Everybody looks at my wife all the time and they're like, well, how do you eat? And I think it's funny because you're like, oh yeah, I cook everything in bacon fat.
I do. I used to. Okay.
And it's delicious, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. So I used to, do the grapeseed oil and the coconut oil, because you're being told by all these.
And coconut oil is super good for you, right? By the way.
It's
a superfood.
Good. It's good. It has a lot of nutrients. But
it's not as good as we think it is.
I'm not sure. I would have to research that more, but right. I'm not saying it's bad. I like to use it for beauty stuff.
Sometimes I just eat a spoonful of it. Yeah. Or with chia seeds.
Yeah, maybe. That's disgusting though.
I don't know. Guys eat different. You guys let me know if you eat the same way, but I don't care what my food I do. I enjoy a good steak and
food is fuel.
But I don't worry as much as I think a lot of women do about what my food tastes like, as long as I know it's
getting the job done.
Right.
Yeah. So past 8 months, I went on this journey, and because I weighed a lot, and in that
she didn't really weigh a lot. All right, so
did.
her weighing a lot is probably average to most people.
It could be, but my pants were tight. I wasn't feeling good. I was tired. I thought I was eating the right foods and exercising the right way, and I was not. And so in the past 8 months, I decided to make a big change. And in those, I lost over 40 pounds in those 8 months and have been building muscle. And it's been on high protein.
And you look like a stud now. Show us your muscles. Come on.
I can't flex this one.
This one.
I can't flex this one.
Yeah. Look at that. You see that? All right.
Okay. So there's my muscle, y'all.
You should see your legs.
Oh my gosh. I got muscly legs. Okay. So I lost my train of thought now. Okay, so
Your fitness journey.
my fitness journey. Okay, so I always tell everybody, if you haven't worked out, like there's a lot of y'all that make New Year's resolutions in January to lose weight, get
But you're
buff.
saying not to do that. Don't make a.
I say you make small attainable goals that build up on each other, like little micro goals. Not like, oh, not one giant. Like for me, my brain, because we're pretty much ADHD, our whole entire family, I can't have this big giant goal because then I'll just get overwhelmed. Like, how do I get there? I have to break it down into little miniature achievable goals that I can build
I
up
have big
on top of
giant
each
goals. I
other.
have ADHD.
Yeah, but you still have to break them down, right?
Oh yeah.
You
I break
set the
them
big
down.
goal and you go backwards.
Well, it's just
How do
putting
you get
steps in,
there?
yeah.
You got to put the steps in. That's what I'm saying. So you start off small. The starting off small part was change my food because food is fuel.
Do you think it's easier to change your food than it is to start working out?
I think it is.
Okay.
It is because food has a lot to do with it.
I kind of feel like the opposite. Like I get more motivated to work out than I do to change food. But it doesn't matter. The point is pick one.
Pick
like
one.
Don't try to do both at the same time because it's a lot harder to do.
So pick one, and also don't go all gun ho into like, I'm gonna like lift weights and run and do all this crazy workout like right away, because you'll get burnt out and then you're like, no, or injure yourself and then you'll be out for the count for who knows how long. What did you do? Tell them your story, babe. Tell them your story.
Oh, so I was running regularly.
You were.
And so like I wanted to run, I think it was like 2.5 miles, something like that. And I wanted to do it in a certain time period. So I pushed myself a little bit. But then what happened is I hurt myself. Like, I don't know if my muscles just over tightened or whatever, but like I could barely walk. And I injured myself. And it was like, what, like 2-3 weeks, a month that
like a month. Yeah.
That it hurt. And so like I didn't work out at all that whole period of time. And so it just got me out of the habit. But how many times did that happen to you? Like you get sick and then you stop working out?
Yeah. So over the years, I would get really sick, and it was usually around the holidays, which always happens around the winter months when there's no sunshine out and you're eating all the treats. You have all that sugar in your body.
I thought you were gonna say trees.
Trees.
You're eating all the trees.
Eating all the trees. Paint the pretty tree. What's that, Bob Ross? Anyway, see, you make me laugh and then I forget.
Okay. So you're talking about how you get out of the habit of working out.
Yeah, you get out of the habit of working out. So in the winter months, it's so hard. It's so hard to work out in the winter because you don't have the sunshine that makes you all happy, right? Like today, it's really foggy. I don't want to go walk outside. So you kind of have to just force yourself to, because you have to focus on how you feel afterwards. Focus on the feeling, not the, oh my gosh, I have to work out today. I don't want to, so. But anyway, so it's harder to work out in the winter months because you have that lack of vitamin D. You want to stay wrapped up in a cozy blanket with your hot cocoa. Then you have all the sugary holidays, October, November, December, and you eat all that and gain 30 pounds and you go, what the crap just happened to me?
Okay, so we talked about like how your journey, but now let's talk about what actually happened with the food pyramid. It got turned upside down.
It did.
Why, and why was it the other way before?
Because RFK man is the man when it comes to that. He's really into health, and so he's like, this doesn't work. Because y'all, your brain on bread is so bad in so many ways. Bread turns into sugar, and then your body's having a hard time breaking down that sugar.
But what was driving like the push to get everybody to eat so much bread and grains and stuff?
Well, what it all boils down to is, I think, and this is just my opinion, but from what I read and stuff like that, is sugar shrinks your brain, which equates to you being dumb. And if you're dumb, you can't think for yourself, and you're just going to be told what to do and follow along.
I think you might be onto something there. I think it's simpler than that.
What is
money?
Oh yeah. Also,
big grain, big sugar, if you want to call it, big food manufacturers. I would imagine it's probably cheaper to produce that kind of food than it is to produce beef, right? Growing a whole bunch of wheat versus growing a whole bunch of cows.
And also, if you think about it, it's can I say big pharma on here?
Yeah.
Okay, so big pharma wants you sick. So if you eat more sugar, you get more sick. You're overweight. You're not as smart because your brain is shrinking from all the sugar. And now you have to rely on medication to make you feel good, make you not sick. And it's a vicious cycle. So if you have the traditional food pyramid, which is mainly grains, breads, all that, that all turns into glucose, and then all your organs don't work as properly as they should, and you feel like garbage.
Right.
So
Medical
with
bills
hmm
and
so with this food,
some, like a lot of the stuff that we eat in the United States is like not even legal in other countries, right?
yeah, a lot of it's banned. So if you flip the food pyramid like RFK just did earlier this month in January 2026, it's basing where we eat uh, more protein, more fat, and a little bit of veggies and fruits, and hardly any grains. And so, if you eat that way, your brain is mainly fat and it needs that fat to function. So, if you are eating those good fats, your brain is very
I thought the
happy.
brain was a muscle.
It's a muscle, but it's made up a lot of fat.
Okay, so it needs protein and fat.
Yeah, protein and fat to function.
Okay.
And then if you have that, there's studies that's been done for elderly people in their 70s and up. The ones that ate a more higher cholesterol diet had, sorry, I scooted out of the, they had less of a chance of Alzheimer's and dementia, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety disorders. Like they were good, like
Yeah.
versus those that did a high grain, high carb diet.
Okay, so what do we expect the net result of these changes to be for like the average person listening to this, like for the families and for like our family? Like we already ate this way, right? So it's not going to really affect us that much.
Yeah, but we could get even more into it, and
Right.
but for families that aren't used to eating this way, it's going to take you to actually want to change, because if you've been eating the other way for so long with fast foods and a bunch of breads and sugary things,
We all know fast food's not good for us.
no, you're gonna have to retrain your taste buds.
But you can
y'all.
get some stuff at fast food that's kind of okay, right? So like if you go to, like I go to In-N-Out, I'll get a double Flying Dutchman. It's just meat and cheese. I know it's still fatty. It's still not even good fats. It's
Well,
oil.
like if you're in a pinch,
stuff,
there's a way to order things that aren't so bad. But
one of the best places that I like to go when I'm especially traveling is Chipotle, because Chipotle is, you can get like really healthy stuff at Chipotle, right?
no, I think it's not so bad. But
you
it's
have to-
also
you have
the
to be
oils
careful
they
what you
cook
order.
in. But it's like if you're
I'm not
out,
saying I'm
you're
not a
traveling all the
proponent of
time.
like eating out for every meal.
Right.
Like that I'm the biggest one in the family. It's like, no, we need groceries in the household.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But if you think about it, like me, I grew up poor, so we ate pretty bad. So when I first met you,
When you did eat
yeah, when I did eat, because I hardly ate when I first met him. I was a twig.
Snicker bars and
Oh my!
Twix.
It was the worst diet in the world. But when I met him and he's all, try this food, I was like, this is disgusting.
It's like steak and sushi.
Yeah, and so when you eat so poorly, your taste buds they change. And so the stuff that's healthy isn't going to taste good to you until you like retrain your taste buds. Like it's retraining stuff. And you just have to, it takes discipline. It takes choosing it every day for a better, healthier you. So what it looks like for families with this flip food pyramid, we're going to see stronger families, smarter families, more energetic families that think for themselves. Like it's so good, y'all.
Hopefully,
so good.
End up at least reducing the obesity epidemic.
Yeah, and if you pair that good food, like I said,
and maybe we'll have less stupid people, so more people, there'll be less liberals, right?
Maybe, I don't know, but
is that too much to say?
Yes. To each his own, man. To each his own. But hey, we'll be healthier. There'll be, less illnesses, hopefully. And because y'all, sugar is so bad and it's in everything. So the only way you can prevent it really is cooking at home. And sometimes you don't have time for that. So you have to set yourself up for success. Like, so if you need more on the go things, Costco has like boiled eggs and guacamole cups and like stuff that's pre-portioned for you that maybe you can grab until you're, this is working for me, so I'm going to prepare more food. But then when you feel good with off your food, because the food is a lot and drinking lots of water, then you could like, okay, I'm going to go walk now. I'm going to go walk for 10 minutes. Well, this 10 minutes doesn't seem like I'm huffing and puffing anymore. I'm going to walk for 20. I'm going to walk for 30. And like, oh, I feel good. I think I could do some push-ups maybe, or some squats, or some of these strength exercises. Strength, man. I gotta tell you about cardio versus strength exercises.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So.
And I actually really like doing cardio, which sucks. But I like doing the strength stuff. But I like you run, you get a runner's high. It's like feels good.
Yeah. After a certain point, and there's science to that with walking and running. The longer you walk and run, it literally, after an hour of doing it, your dopamine levels have increased, and that's a happy hormone, and that's the runner's high. You're going to go run for an hour, you're going to feel amazing. And I'm not saying don't do cardio. That's not what I'm saying. But if your goal is to be leaner and stronger, your main thing is not cardio, because your body gives you what you need. Right. And how I explained this to our son 2 days ago when we went on a 5-mile hike. So, I walked for a long time with him up and down those hills and the bluffs. I was explaining to him, if you are constantly doing cardio, constantly walking or running, your body's going to say, hey, I'm going to say this chick, since I'm a female. This chick is running and walking all the time. She needs something so she doesn't injure herself. And what cardio does, y'all, is it burns fat. And you're like, well, that's what I want it to do. Well, the thing with that is, if that's all you're doing, your body's going to give you more fat to burn the next day. So it's going to constantly give you fat, because that's what your body needs to not get injured. And so it's always giving you more fat because you're always doing cardio. So if you're always doing strength, and like how I explained to our son, say you're a lumberjack and you're always swinging an axe, and you're doing the thing, manual labor, your body's going to say, hey, this chick is swinging an axe all the time. I don't want her body to get injured. So what does it need? It needs muscle. So it's going to give you more muscle when you're doing strength to prevent injury. So what do we want more of? We want to be lean and strong. So our main exercises are going to be strength. I like strength mobility exercises is going to be the main thing. And you throw in the cardio, like the HIIT workouts for short bursts. So you could go run for like 10 minutes or whatever, but your main thing is strength.
So she does this every day, y'all, for fun. Not even like she just does it for fun.
For funsies.
But if you want to connect with a strong patriot Christian mama to give you practical everyday tips for the average person,
yes,
you follow Ludavia. Where at?
The MAHA Workshop.
The MAHA Workshop on Instagram.
We're always working on our mama selves. That's the MAHA Workshop.
Yeah. Not even a business, just she cares about y'all and wants to encourage other women. So yeah. Anyway, is that about it?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. And if you all have any questions, just drop it in the comments below. Connect
she
with
sees
us
them too
on social media, and just reach out to us. We're happy to always give advice on anything. And so we're happy to talk to y'all.
All right. Have a great day. God bless.